video, I'm going to be sharing some questions that some people have received. Shout out to the Guzman. He shared his questions, and this is why it is, coming up here. So we're thankful for people who share their process with us to be able to share it with others so it can help them. Please, I'll implore you guys, I beg, if you're asked for interview, if you're asked to come for an interview, ensure that you study. Study, don't reach study. Be careful the kind of answers you give. I know I'm saying this, and if you're in the NSWD group, you know why I'm saying this. Just be very careful as to the answers that you give these people, okay? Let it make sense. Go through your website and ensure that what you're saying tallies with your course in your school, okay, guys? But not too much talk. Let me just head to the questions and I will see you guys. So, guys, here we are. You'll be asked to confirm your name, or at least the people that have been interviewed. You're asked to confirm your name. You're asked to confirm your date of birth. Confirm your mother's name. This is just like a check to ensure that, of course, it's your application. Okay. Now, the first question that he was asked, or that I'll be talking about in this video, is the employment history from graduation till date, guys. So you have to state whatever it is that you submitted to them. If you did like references, if you did like a CV, please go through that and ensure that you're saying the right thing, because they're going to be comparing your answers during the interview as to the answers on your application form. Okay, so ensure that everything is tallying. Don't go and be talking what you did not talk before. All right. Now, another question is the schools chosen aside from your university or from your chosen university. Now, some schools do like credibility interview before CAS. If you did that for your school, this will not be a biggie for you, okay? Because there are similar questions that will be asked, right? But some schools don't do an interview before they give you CAS. They just do like your POF and then you're giving CAS. Now, these are the people that will find this interview like stressful or just be agitated when they hear interview. It's not a big deal. They just want to get the information around your application. So when they ask you for schools chosen aside from your university, you can mention the schools that you apply to. But know that the next question that may follow this may be, so why did you settle on the school that you chose? Now, here is a place to say, okay, so when you checked so school, you found out that the modules did not have this particular module, and this is something you really want to do. Now, for example, let's say I chose Sheffield Hallam University, and I also applied to the Montfort. Okay, now both of them have like data analytics course, but I'm not going to tell them that, oh, when I checked for Sheffield Hallam University, I realized that they offer Python in one of the courses, but when I checked the Montfort, they offer like a different language. You could say maybe Java, and Python is something that you want to learn because you feel like it's a better skill to have right now because of what you want to do, stuff like that. This can be applied to your own university, your own choice course of study and all that, but just get the point of what I'm trying to say. And then they will ask you how much you have paid. Now, this is another question. How much have you paid? Now, you can tell them what your deposit is. It's also nice to know the outstanding. So if your school fees is like 12,000 and you've paid 2,000, you know that your outstanding is 10,000, okay? They can proceed to ask you how this 10,000 will happen. How are you going to be able to afford this, okay? Go ahead to tell them, oh, you have this in your from your savings, or you have worked for so time and you have this saved up, and even though you've done deposit, that you're going to pay your complete school fees at so time. Just give them answers, guys. There's nothing to be worried about. They just want to know that you are a real student. The idea of an interview is to confirm that you're actually coming to the UK to study. Okay. Next one they can ask you is, how much are you bringing to the UK and how did you gather this money? Like, it's similar to what I just mentioned before. When you talk about money, they want to know the source of these funds. How is it going to come? How is it going to be paid? How much are you coming to the UK? Now, if you're coming with family, they can also ask you how you intend to care for your family, how much and some go as far as asking you what your proof of funds is, just to be sure that you have an idea of how much you require. Okay. Another question that you can see is, What are your plans after graduation? Now, for this answer, there is no one correct answer. A lot of people say, oh, I intend to get the studies or get the education or get the skills and return to my home country and work. Now, they'll give like maybe some companies that they think they can work for and how this master's program will increase their pay. But I also know people that have given answers like, oh, I intend to try to get a job in the UK. If I'm able to get that, I'll remain in the UK and switch visas. But if I'm not able to get a job in the UK, then I'll return to my home country. It depends on how you answer it, as long as you're not just saying something out of the blues or something that does not exist. Okay, so just be careful with your answers. Practice, guys. If you're the nervous type, please practice with someone. Have someone ask you these questions and respond. Practice before you go there, because some people actually stutter, some people will be stammering, and it's normal. Not everybody is comfortable with this kind of thing, but just practice. Do your bit to practice. Some of these interviewers are actually good. They try to make you relax and let you know that it's not a big deal, just calm down, we just need to get some information from you. Okay, guys, I just hope that you're calm when you're answering your questions. Okay, so another question is, how much do you intend to earn upon return to your home country, similar to the plans after graduation? Okay, so if you plan to return to, say you're returning to Nigeria, you can tell them, oh, I work for Access Bank, and on my return, I'll be working with Access Bank still, but I'll get a promotion. And when I get a promotion, this is the amount that I will earn. Okay, let's say now you're an ABO. You now tell them that after your studies, you come back and you'll be promoted to a BO, or you'll be promoted to an SM, or you'll be promoted to something. Okay, and you just have like a round figure or an estimate of the amount that these people earn, and you're able to say that to them. Okay, now, chosen course. What is the course that you're going for? Unfortunately, some people don't even know the course that they're going for in a university. Now, some people have done the application through agents, and their own is just get me admission, get me visa, make her they go. Now, if this is your case, you better go back and study. Study all that you need to study. Know the course that you're going for. Know the school that you're going. Find out the modules in that course. How does this module help your future plan, your career plan, stuff like that? Those are the kind of questions that can come up during your interview. Okay, now, yes, they will ask you about your chosen course, they will ask you about the modules, they will ask you about the school that you have chosen. Stuff like that are things that you will find in your interview questions. Okay, and then they might even go forward to ask you, what is your preferred module and why? So if you're saying this is the reason why I really like this course, because of this module, then they'll ask you, why do you like this module? Like, what is it about this module that will help you? Then you go ahead and tell them that, oh, this is a skill that I've wanted to acquire since so, or this school promises to do like a practical application of this, stuff like that. Go through the school website, gather your information before your interview. All right, guys. So these are some of the things that you will find. Like I mentioned, these are also similar questions that some schools give you, which is like your credibility interview before your class, but not all schools do this. And so that's why I'm bringing it here. Okay, it's nothing out of the ordinary. It's just something that we see. Interview is also not a big deal. Just calm your nerves and try your best to answer the most reasonable thing, and you'll be fine. I wish you guys all the best. So that's it, guys. Those are the questions, or some of the questions that you can be asked. It's just nice to get all the information that you have or you can from your website, from your school, if you require that. Okay, sometimes we have to send a message to get clarification on something, and if you need to do that, please do. Ensure that your answers are straight to the point, and ensure that your answers hit the nail on the head. Okay, no plenty talk. You don't have to say plenty. Just answer what they asked you and you're good to go. If you've stayed till now, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share this video with your friends and loved ones, as this will be helpful to them. Okay, people don't know what to say or what to expect during interviews, so share this video with them and it will help them if they are called for interviews. Okay, I'll see you guys in my next video. Until then, bye guys.